Charirari 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 बरसारा दिन को रमाइलो चाडा गाउँ घरमा आइपुग्यो नेपाली जनको महान पर्व आँगनमा आइपुग्यो.
Birds chirping outside, cats flying in the skies, the smell of fragrant incense sticks in the air, and children merrily running around. Gathastapana is that time of the year which brings families together. Hopes are high, and everyone is busy with their chores. Women are occupied between puja and their household works. Men are engrossed in playing cards, and children eating their favorite sal roti. Meanwhile, at Tirtha's place, a festive tune is playing melodiously. Tirtha, who is in his mid-30s, is elated about his new appointment as a bank manager. He is busy in his study. His three children are playing outside of the house with Kanchi, their maid. Nirmala, his wife, has been busy shopping for the sign all morning and looks content with the gifts for everyone. Along with her is a porter carrying all the goods as they enter the house.
Taking out her purse, Nirmala says to the porter,
How much?
150 rupees, Didi.
Here's 200. Keep the change.
Thank you.
The porter goes out. Nirmala shuts the door. She's laughing to herself. She sanitizes her hand with spray and takes a packet of chocolate from her pocket and eats one or two, then goes cautiously to her husband's door and listens. She knocks the door.
Dansai aayo. La 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 la. Dansai aayo.
Nirmala goes to the table on the right. Tirtha calls out from his room.
Is that my little birdie twittering out there?
Nirmala is busy opening some of the parcels.
Yes, it is.
What is my love doing there?
Nothing.
When did you come home?
Just now.
Nirmala puts the bag of chocolates into her pocket and wipes her mouth.
Come in here, Tirtha, and see what I've bought.
I'm busy right now, Nirmala.
A little later, Tirtha opens the door and looks into the room, pen in his hand.
Bought? Did you say bought? All these things? Has my little spendthrift been wasting money again?
Yes, but Tirtha, this year we really can let ourselves go a little. This is the first Dansai that we have not needed to economize.
Still, we can't spend money recklessly.
You are going to have a big salary and earn lots and lots of money.
Tirtha goes up to her and takes her playfully by the ear.
The same little featherhead. Suppose you spend all this in this Dasai and then on the Tihar, there will be more expenses. What then?
We can borrow then.
That is like a woman. Seriously, Nirmala, you know what I think about that? No debt, no borrowing. There can be no freedom or beauty about a home life that depends on borrowing and debt.
Nirmala moves towards the window.
As you please, Tirtha.
Kanchi is in the doorway.
Lady is here to see you, ma'am.
Ask her to come in.
Kanchi informs Tirtha.
The doctor came at the same time, sir.
Did he go straight to my study?
Yes, sir.
Tirtha goes into his room. The maid ushers in Lakshmi and shuts the door.
How do you do, Nirmala?
Lakshmi, it's been so long. When did you arrive?
I arrived on a night bus this morning.
You look different, perhaps a little older.
Nirmala stops suddenly and speaks seriously. She holds Lakshmi's hands and takes her to the sofa.
What a thoughtless creature I am. I haven't been able to get in touch with you after all you went through. My poor Lakshmi, you're a widow now. And he left you with nothing, right?
No, nothing at all.
Lakshmi smiles sadly and strokes her hair.
It sometimes happens.
So you're quite alone. How dreadfully sad that must be. I have 3 lovely children. They're out with Kanchi. But you must tell me all about yourself. Just fancy. My husband's a manager at the bank now.
Your husband? What good luck!
Yes, you may imagine how pleased we are. He is to take up this work in the bank after Tihar, and we can live quite differently. We can do just as we like. I feel so relieved and happy. It'll be splendid to have heaps of money and no need to have any anxiety, wouldn't it?
Lakshmi smiles.
Nirmala, haven't you learned sense yet? In our school days, you were a great spendthrift.
Yes, that is what Tirtha says now.
Nirmala wags her finger at her.
I'm sure.
To make our ends meet, I did needlework, crochet work, embroidery, and that kind of thing. Tirtha tried hard too. You see, he worked early and late, but he couldn't stand it and fell dreadfully ill. And the doctor said it was necessary for him to go to Bangalore for his treatment.
You spent a whole year in Bangalore long before the pandemic, didn't you?
Yes, it was no easy matter to get away, I can tell you. It was just after Hari was born, but naturally we had to go. But it cost about 25 lakhs. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yes. And in emergencies like that, it is lucky to have the money.
I ought to tell you that we got it from Papa.
It was just about that time that he died, wasn't it?
Yes, and I couldn't even go and nurse him. I was expecting little Hari's birth, and I had my poor sick Tirtha to look after. My dear, kind father. I never saw him again. That was the saddest time of my life.
But your husband came back quite well?
As sound as a bell. And he hasn't been sick ever since, though we had Dr. Rajan visit us regularly. But how horrid of me. I'm talking of nothing but my own affairs.
Nirmala sits on a stool near her and rests her arms on her knees.
You mustn't be angry with me. Tell me, is it really true that you didn't love your husband? Why did you marry him?
My mother was alive then and was bedridden and helpless, and I had to provide for my 2 younger brothers. It was during this time Alami brought a marriage proposal from a well-off family, so I accepted it. But he died of COVID-19 last January. His business all went to pieces and there was nothing left. The last 1 year has seemed like one long working day, with no rest since my mother passed away. I hope it may be easier here to find something which will busy me and get some regular office work of some kind.
No wonder you look so frightfully tired.
Lakshmi goes up to Nirmala.
One must live. When you told me of the happy turns your fortune has taken, I was delighted for you.
Should I ask Tirtha to get you something to be busy with?
Yes, that was what I was thinking of.
He must, Lakshmi. Just leave it to me.
How kind you are, Nirmala, to be so anxious to help me. It is doubly kind in you, for you know so little of the burdens and troubles of life.
You are just like all the others. They all think that I'm incapable of anything serious.
But my dear Nirmala, you have just told me all your troubles.
Oof, that's nothing. I have not told you anything yet.
Anything? What do you mean? What are you referring to?
Speak low. Suppose Tirtha was to hear. He mustn't on any account. No one in the world must know, Lakshmi, except you.
But what is it?
It was I who saved Tirtha's life.
Saved? How?
I told you about a trip to Bangalore. Tirtha would have never recovered if he had not gone there.
Yes, but your father gave you the necessary funds.
Yes, that is what Tirtha and all others think. But Papa didn't give us money. It was I who arranged it.
You? All that large sum?
25 lakhs. Would you think of that?
But Nirmala, how could you possibly do it? Where did you get it from? Did you rob a bank or sell your kidney? Because you couldn't have borrowed it.
Couldn't I? Why not?
No, a wife cannot borrow without her husband's consent. Tell me, how did you get all that money?
It's a secret, but I will tell you very soon.
Lakshmi gets up.
There's the bell. Perhaps I would better go.
No, don't go. No one will come in here. It is sure to be Tirtha.
Kanchi is standing by the door.
Excuse me, ma'am. There is someone to see, sir.
Who is it?
Kiran is at the door.
It is I, Kiran.
Lakshmi starts, trembles, and turns to the window. Nirmala takes a step towards Kiran and he speaks in a strained, low voice.
You? What is it? What do you want to see my husband for?
Bank business, in a way. I have a small post in the bank, and I heard that your husband will be our chief now.
So?
Nothing but business matters, Mrs. Tirtha. Absolutely nothing else.
Please go to the study then.
Nirmala bows indifferently to him and shuts the door into the hall, then comes back and makes up the fire in the stove.
Nirmala, who was that man?
Kiran, a lawyer. Do you know him?
I used to, many years ago. At one time, he was a solicitor's clerk in our town.
Yes, he was. He made a very unhappy marriage, a widower now, with several children.
They say he carried on various kinds of business.
Really? Perhaps he does.
Dr. Rajan comes from Tirtha's room.
I beg your pardon. I'm afraid I'm disturbing you.
No, not at all.
Nirmala introduces Lakshmi to Dr. Rajan.
Dr. Rajan, she is Lakshmi.
So what brings you here?
I have come to look for some office work.
Unlike that corrupt lawyer, a lawyer by the name of Kiran, a fellow you don't know at all. He suffers from a diseased moral character, Mrs. Tirtha.
Did he? What did he want to speak to Tirtha about?
Well, I have no idea. I only heard that it was something about the bank. Yes, he has some sort of appointment there.
Tell me, Dr. Rajan, are all the people who are employed in the bank dependent on Tirtha now? Tirtha has so much power over so many people.
Yes, you must feel so proud.
Dr. Rajan looks at his watch and then leaves.
I must get going. I have an important appointment. See you soon. Goodbye.
Dr. Rajan exits the house. Tirtha enters, and shortly the maid enters with a cup of coffee.
Tirtha, there you are. This is Lakshmi, who's come to town. Lakshmi is tremendously good at office work.
Nirmala walks towards Tirtha with a cup of coffee.
Tirtha, I'm sure you'll be able to do something for Lakshmi, for my sake, won't you?
Well, it is not altogether impossible. You have just come at the right time. Do you have an experience in banking?
Yes, I have worked as a clerk at an office.
Great. You can give your CV to Nirmala then.
Sure, that would be great. Thanks.
There's no need to.
Tirtha puts on his coat.
But today you must excuse me, ladies. Goodbye.
My love to your kids. Goodbye, Nirmala dear, and many thanks.
Goodbye.
Tirtha and Lakshmi leave the room.
There's a knock on the front door. No one answers.
Excuse me, Mrs. Tirtha.
Yes?
The door was left open, and I welcomed myself in. Well, I saw your husband going towards the cafe down the street.
Kiran walks towards Nirmala.
Actually, I wanted to have a talk with you.
About?
He was with a Lady.
What then?
Don't mind me, but was it Lakshmi?
It was.
She just arrived in town?
Yes, today.
She is a great friend of yours, isn't she?
She is, but I don't see...
I knew her once upon a time.
I'm aware of that.
Are you? So you know all about it. Then I can ask you, without beating about the bush. Is Lakshmi to have an appointment in the bank?
What right have you to question me, Kiranji? You, one of my husband's employees? But since you ask, you shall know. Yes, Lakshmi is to have an appointment, and it is I who pleaded for a cause. Let me tell you that.
I was right in what I thought then.
Nirmala walks to and fro the room.
Sometimes one has a tiny bit of influence, I should hope, because one is a woman.
Mrs. Tirtha, you will be so good as to use your influence on my behalf.
What? What do you mean?
You will be so kind as to see that I am allowed to keep my position in the bank.
What do you mean by that? Who proposes to take your post away from you?
Oh, no need to pretend. I can quite understand that your friend Lakshmi has applied for the same position in the bank.
But Kiranji, I have no influence.
No? I thought you said it yourself just now. Oh, I have known your husband since we were students. I suppose he can still change his mind. And it's not like your husband is Lord Ram.
If you speak like that of my husband, I shall turn you out of my house.
You are bold, Mrs. Tirtha.
I'm not afraid of you any longer. As soon as the new year comes, I shall, in very short time, be free of the whole thing.
Listen to me, Mrs. Tirtha. If necessary, I am prepared to fight for my small post in the bank as if I were fighting for my life.
So it seems.
It is not only for the sake of the money. That is the least of my concerns.
Kiran walks a few steps away.
Respect.
Kiran faces at Nirmala.
I have 2 growing up sons who look up to me. So, if I lose my respect in this town, I am taking you along with me.
But you must believe me, Kiranji. It is not in my power to help you at all.
Then it is because you have no will, but I have means to force you.
You don't mean that you will tell my husband that I owe you money?
Suppose I were to tell him.
That's so you.
You don't know me.
Well, do it then. And it will be worse for you. My husband will see for himself. What a villain you are.
Kiran comes a step closer to Nirmala.
Listen to me, Mrs. Tirtha. Either you have a very bad memory or you know very little of business. I am obliged to remind you of a few details.
What do you mean by that?
When your husband was ill, you came to me to borrow 25 lakhs.
I didn't have anyone else to go to.
But I promised to get you that amount.
Yes, and you did so.
I promised to get you that amount on certain conditions. Your mind was so preoccupied by your husband's illness and you were so anxious to get the money that you seem to have paid no attention to the conditions of our deal. May I remind you that I had to borrow the money by keeping my house as collateral?
Yes, and which I signed. I have been paying it regularly.
Fairly so, yes, but to come back to the matter at hand, that must have been very trying time for you, Mrs. Tirtha.
It was indeed.
After a short pause, Nirmala throws her head up and looks defiantly at him.
You shall have your money soon.
You know, it would have been better for you if you had given up your trip abroad.
No, that was impossible. That trip was to save my husband's life. I couldn't give that up.
But did it ever occur to you that you may not be able to repay the money?
No, it was not like that. I thought eventually my father would lend me money and then I would pay you back. But unfortunately, he passed away a year ago.
Do you even understand my situation? I haven't been able to pay the interest of the loan I took for you. I won't spare you if I get into trouble.
I told you that Tirtha is in a better financial situation now, and I promise you that I'll be paying twice the amount each month. It is just because of this dosai that I could not afford to pay you.
But I still need that job at the bank.
Okay, we will talk about it. Please leave for now.
Kiran leaves quietly and then immediately Tirtha enters. Tirtha walks towards Nirmala.
Has anyone been here?
Here? No.
That is strange. I think I saw Kiran going out of the gate.
Did you? Oh, yes. I forgot Kiran was here a moment ago.
Nirmala, I can see from your manners that he has been here begging you to say a good word for him about his bank job.
Nirmala looks at the bundle of papers that Tirtha was carrying.
Yes. What are all those papers?
Some bank work.
Already?
Yeah, I got a call from the retiring manager to look at the paperwork, and I must make use of the Dasai holiday for that, so as to have everything in order after Tihar.
Nirmala leans against the back of the chair and strokes her hair.
If you haven't been so busy, I need a favor from you.
What is it? Tell me.
Isn't there anything we can do for Kiranji? He has such young sons.
He overvalued his property to get a loan for himself. Have you any idea what that means?
Isn't it possible that he was driven to it due to his necessity?
Yes, or as in so many cases, by greed. I'm not so heartless as to condemn a man altogether because of one single mistake.
No, you wouldn't, would you, Tirtha?
Many a man has been able to retrieve his character if he only openly confessed his fault and taken his punishment.
Punishment? But do you think it would?
Kiran is guilty of deceiving the bank. He's a lying hypocrite who has brought great loss to the bank. He has betrayed his own children.
Nirmala comes closer to Tirtha.
Maybe, but still.
My dear, I have often seen it in the course of my life as a lawyer. People like him don't change.
But he seems to be sorry, and people do change.
You are so simple-minded, Nirmala. A chameleon don't stop changing its color. I assure you it'd be quite impossible for me to work with him. I feel physically ill when I'm in company of such a deceitful person. That is why my sweet little Nirmala must promise not to plead his cause.
Tirtha holds Nirmala's hand.
Meanwhile, Malasrithon is playing on TV at Kiran's residence. Lakshmi is sitting at the table idly, turning over the pages of a newspaper, while Kiran searches for something to watch on TV.
I really need to talk to you about something.
Please, tell.
I miss you, Kiran. Do you remember? We planned about our future when we were together. That was years ago.
Yes, how can I forget?
Now, I feel like a fallen tree hanging from a cliff. I'm empty, no one to mourn for, no one to care for. I feel so miserable.
It was your own choice.
There was no other choice before me then. No father at home, and the responsibility of the whole family over my shoulder. I had to accept the marriage proposal. No, I was not happy in the marriage. And after my husband's death, I felt all alone in the world. Kiran, let's rekindle our love. Let's continue where we left.
I don't trust you. What compels you to make such an offer?
Is it too late now? I want to be a mother to someone, and your children need a mother. We two need each other. I have faith in your real character. I can face anything together with you in my life. You can have my bank job instead, and I can be the mother to your children.
Kiran grabs Lakshmi's hands.
Oh, Lakshmi, I thought you would never say that. Now, I shall find a way to clear myself in the eyes of the world. But I forgot something.
What is it?
It is about Tirthas.
I don't understand. What about Tirthas?
I had to forge bank documents to get the loan of 25 lakhs for Nirmala. Despite that, she would not recommend me to her husband.
Oh, I had no idea what you have gone through, Kiran.
I couldn't take it anymore, and that's why I sent an email to Tirtha, threatening him to give me back my money.
I understand very well to what lengths a man like you might be driven by desperation.
But if I could only undo what I have done.
You cannot.
Now I regret sending the email.
Lakshmi embraces Kiran, and both find hope in their renewed love. Meanwhile, Tirtha comes down from his study, looking distraught and holding a printed page with email.
Nirmala?
What is it, Tirtha?
What is this? Do you know what is in this email?
What is it?
Miserable creature, what have you done? You have caused a great dishonor to my name. How could you do this to me?
I don't understand why you're yelling at me.
Kiran is threatening to sue me if he does not get his money back.
I'm so sorry. What should I do now, Tirtha?
Now you're asking me?
But I did it to save your life. I loved you then, and I love you now, Tirtha.
Why couldn't you say anything about the money to me? After all, we are in this together, in sickness or in health.
I did it for you. I felt helpless. I had to save your life. And that's the only thing that was in front of me then.
Tirtha walks about the room.
What a horrible awakening. All these 8 years, she who was my joy and pride, a hypocrite, a liar, worse, a criminal, the unutterable ugliness of it all. For shame, Nirmala.
Nirmala is silent and looks steadily at him. He stops in front of her. Nirmala looks dejected. Her voice is cold. She is quiet and sad.
You say so.
There is not much left now. You have deceived me and my trust. We cannot remain as a husband and wife any longer under the same roof.
All these years caring for you and the children.
You have broken my heart, Nirmala. A man must live by his honor, and there's no meaning in falsehood and deception.
Where will I go? How will I live?
You can still remain in my house. That is a matter of your choice, of course. But I shall not allow you to bring up my children.
New email.
Tirtha takes out his phone from his pocket. It's an email from Kiran.
Dear Mr. Tirtha, I am really sorry for my previous email and for the misunderstanding that it might have caused between you and Nirmala. It was actually me who borrowed the money from the bank and forged the property documents in order to increase the valuation. Nirmala has nothing to do with it. She desperately needed the money and she even agreed for a loan at a high interest. I ask for your forgiveness because I was vengeful in my previous email and for any hurt it has caused. Sincerely, Kiran.
Tirtha can't believe his eyes and shouts out excitedly towards Nirmala.
Nirmala?
Nirmala looks at Tirtha questioningly.
Nirmala, no, I must read it again. Yes, it is true. I'm saved. Nirmala, I am saved.
And I?
You too, of course. We are both saved, both you and I. Look, an email from Kiran. He is the one who forged the bank documents. I always knew he had something up his sleeves. Didn't I tell you earlier? I'm truly sorry I didn't trust you earlier.
You would never know how I felt. These last few days have been hellish for me.
It's over. It's over now. Listen to me, Nirmala. You don't seem to realize that it's all over. Aren't you glad, Nirmala? Why are you so sad? My poor little darling, I do quite understand. Don't you believe that I have forgiven you? But it is true, Nirmala. I know what you did. You did it all out of love for me.
Thank you for your forgiveness. I stayed up all night thinking about what you said, the miserable feelings that crept within me, that questioned my worth and identity, only makes me realize what a worthless life I've had. Your sweet little Nirmala of yesterday, who was pleading in tears, is no more. The Nirmala you see now wants to find her self-worth and her identity.
You are worth everything to me, Nirmala. I can't imagine my life without you.
I need to be somebody on my own. I want to understand who I truly am.
You are an incredible person. You are an amazing mother and a perfect wife. I have always loved you, Nirmala.
You never really loved me. You've only thought it pleasant to be in love with me.
Nirmala takes a deep breath and calmly says,
But I cannot. I cannot be Mrs. Tirtha any longer. I must leave this place and be independent.
But what for? You can discover who you are and be with your family. You can find yourself a job and a career. My dear Nirmala, you can do anything that makes you happy with us.
It feels so suffocating to live within these walls. I've lived for you and the children all my life. You will never know my worth until I first know my worth.
But what about our children? Don't they need a mother?
The children will understand with time. They'll be proud of their mother.
You are making a mistake, Nirmala. You will come back to me just like your friend Lakshmi. How long you think you can survive in the world without me?
I was living a mistake until yesterday. I'm no more in the illusion that you have created.
You have lost your mind, Nirmala. Grow up. You can't be whimsical and go running into the wild just like that. This world is a ruthless place, and you are a frail woman.
You'll find out. I'm leaving you, Tirtha. I'm leaving this house. There's nothing that can stop me now.
You blind, foolish woman, to desert your home, your husband, and your children, and you don't consider what people will say? It's shocking.
I have never felt my mind so clear and certain as tonight.
Tirtha regains his composure, but visibly worried.
Are you absolutely certain? Have you really made up your mind?
Yes, absolutely certain and clear.
So it is over then. Nirmala, shall you never think of me again?
It's not like that.
Shall we at least be in contact with each other?
No, let's just end it here. Goodbye, Tirtha.
Nirmala walks out of the house. Tirtha sinks down on a chair at the door and buries his face in his hands.
Nirmala! Nirmala! Nirmala!
The sound of a door shutting is heard from below.
Just like a fledgling, she leaves her nest. And this is how Nirmala's journey to find herself begins.